This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi and Merry Christmas 2021. Guys, girls, thank you for subscribing to the channels. We now have over 11,000 subscribers. And as my gift to you, this took probably way too long and I do appreciate you guys asking me, following up, and wanting to know. We are going to go over the best wide foot basketball shoes you can get for 2021. Let's jump right in. Guys, so this year I want to say was a little bit tough, obviously for a variety of reasons, but I did want to give you guys at least 5 shoes that work really well for wide footers, as well as give you kind of some fringe shoes that are not quite wide foot friendly, but if you go up that half size, they make a huge difference. I am going to have my personal top 5 list coming out before the end of the year here, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to start off with one that's kind of in between on this list, and that's the Converse All-Star BB Evo. Now, this guy, I actually do have the original All-Star BB in a size 12. The material on this is very malleable. There's not a lot of structure to it. Actually, a lot of the containment and structure is coming from that drop-in midsole a la Kobe. Let me see if I can take it out here. So essentially, if you're a wide footer, your foot has to be able to stay within these lasts or these rails as we have on the side of the shoe here. So I did a 12, it broke in nicely. On this one, just for the sake of a sales price, I did do a 13. So that's why it's one of those, and a 13 on this is very comfortable, and I probably have a little bit too much room, but I can torque it down where it's just fine. In a perfect world, maybe a 12.5 would be right. And the reason I'm going to tell you guys what is a wide foot friendly shoe is going to be shoes that I myself can do a true size 12, which is my natural shoe size. And on a running shoe, I usually do a 12 double E or 12 wide. Now, I have a wide midfoot, not necessarily a wide toe box, but I do want to go over into those details for you because this has a traditional tongue, because this has a pretty malleable upper on either way. I'm going to recommend this shoe for a lot of my wide foot guys out there and girls. Again, maybe go up a half size, but honestly, if you go true to size, I think you'll be okay. Again, this is one that was caught kind of right in the middle. All right, so now we're getting into our top 5, and these are not in a specific order, but I do want to give you guys a heads up and kind of do a short breakdown of these. Number 5 is going to be your Puma Clyde Pro. Now, this is not the newest Pumas coming out like the MB01 or, goodness, I forgot the Nitro, other one that just came out that's actually really good. Those actually do run a lot more narrow. This, I was able to do my size 12, and it is snug. Now, this upper does have some give, which is really nice. So even if you have a wide toe box or wide midfoot, it does kind of mold to your foot. You guys probably can't see it here, but this actually has molded, so the width of my midfoot does kind of stick out a little bit here, so it is comfortable. Now, mind you, this is a very shallow toe box. Hopefully you can see how narrow that is as far as height if you have a girthy foot. Now, if you have a high instep, it's okay, very traditional tongue, but this is one of those shoes that is good traction in the forefoot. Heel is okay. You can kind of see how it looks, and because of the way it works, cushion reminds me of like a Kobe, even though I wish I had maybe a little bit more. Very lightweight, feels very natural on your foot. And this is one that, again, it's kind of in the middle. As a 12, this does work for me, but if you have a girthy foot, or if you're just feeling you may have to go up that half size, unfortunately Puma only did a 12 and a 13, and a 13 was a little bit too big, so this one did work on me. But I do want to give you guys a caveat: it is tight, but as I play, as this broke in, it ended up working really well. All right, so another shoe that is wide foot friendly and kind of took me by surprise is actually the New Balance 2-Way. Now, this is essentially a takedown model of the Kawhi 2. The difference being this does not have that giant plastic heavy heel cup. I think this still works just fine. This doesn't have as much plastic or rigidity around it, and that shoe I actually did have to do a 12.5. and it still felt just weird. I did not like the Kawhi. I ended up selling at the Kawhi 2, that is, or the Kawhi, forgive me, on the low top. This fit almost perfect. Like, it's a size 12. I didn't have to do a wide, which I know New Balance did. I don't know if they're still doing in their basketball shoes. And again, it's a little bit snug, but because you have this knit kind of upper, it molds and flexes really nice. The rubber here, even if you have a wide toe box, is really soft. I was able to go true to size on this. Again, it's tight enough where maybe you want to go up half a size, but as a wide footer, being able to go true to size on this, I was able to enjoy. The traction on this is just beastly. I definitely do need to do a top 5 in that, and I always forget how good this is when I take it on court. The cushion with the fuel cell is a little bit more on the firm court feel side, so it's not as cushioned as you would like, but it still does a really good job where you play quick and you do have some court feel, but you do have some impact protection. This and the Puma are really close. This does come in a low top, which is really nice. Has some crazy colorways. This one I did enjoy, and I was able to get it for kind of cheap. But the materials, the construction on this, the fit, that size 12, I always love it when I can go true to size, and I really enjoyed this guy. All right, so number 3, I have a specific shoe, but I do want to do a special call out to pretty much all the 3-stripe shoes. If you're an Adidas fan, if you go to an Adidas school, they are going to be, in general, wide foot friendly. I was able to go true to size 12 on this next level here, super natural. And again, this is one of those that fits like butter. It's like putting a sock on. Now, the reason a lot of the Adidas shoes fit is because if you look at the tag, if you're ordering a US size 12, and forgive me for my audience in the rest of the world, Adidas runs a half size large. So if you look at the tag, it shows a UK 11.5, which in Nike and New Balance and Under Armour, that would be a 12.5. So technically, me going true to size as far as a US 12 is like getting a 12.5. So whether you're looking at the Don 3 or you're looking at the Dame 7 or Dame 6, the Dame 8 coming out that are just released, a lot of those shoes you're able to go true to size as a wide footer, or I'm going to tell you they all run about a half size large. So pretty much all the shoes I've gotten from Adidas, and I shouldn't say all of them, maybe the Harden's the only one, but that shoe was awful. Hopefully they redeem themselves in the next version here. But the Trae Young, the Ice Cold, obviously this one, a lot of their shoes, if you can go true to size, it's like getting a half size up, and they fit perfectly. For the rest of my non-wide footers out there, go down half a size, and that's going to be more true to size. Again, if you find that they run maybe a touch long, it's because they are, but even as a size 12 on all my Adidas shoes, they fit amazing and I really enjoy them. I just wish they had a little bit better cushioning compared to the rest of the market, but I am still really enjoying what they're coming out with. Number 2, and a fan favorite, and might be shoe of the year for a variety of reasons, and that's the KD 14. Now, I was able to go true to size on this, size 12, and I do have a second pair in a size 12.5. That upper really does break in and mold to your foot. So my 12.5, after I broke it in, ended up being a little bit too big, where I wish I had a little bit more containment. Went with my size 12, and again, that did take some break in, but overall I was happy with it, as opposed to years past where I had to do a 13 or I was kind of squeezing into a 12.5. The KD 14 does run a little bit big, so you are able to go true to size as a wide footer and really enjoy this, even though it's a KD. And guys, this is not true of every KD. This is the last few years of KDs. I had to do a 13 on a lot of them. So every year it's a little bit different, and that goes for our number 1 shoe coming up. But the KD 14, if you're a wide footer, you can go true to size and enjoy it. If you think you might need a little bit more space, I'm going to say give it time to break in. For a lot of my narrow footers out there, which I do have friends who've gotten the KD14, they've gone down half a size and they've really enjoyed it. And finally, the number one, and this does not necessarily make it the best shoe, but probably the most recent wide foot friendly basketball shoe that really caught me by surprise. The last few years, I have not been able to go true to size. I've had to go a half size up, sometimes full size up. But that's the LeBron 19. This bad boy, and I don't know if you could see it, just runs really wide. You can just see it in the base there as a 12 wide in the midfoot section. This plastic shank right here in the middle, I did think was going to be kind of too hard, but it really is malleable and soft rubber, so it does mold in really nicely. That upper, hopefully you guys can see it, takes no break in. Literally took these out of the box and did a 2-hour run. Like, this was, it didn't take any break in. Now, that's not a review on the shoe. That is coming later as far as how the traction and support and flexibility and everything else. But as far as just fit, this does actually fit more like a low top, and you could see hopefully where the shoe actually is, where you have this giant tongue and these wings up here, as well as you have this external lacing system with a booty system, and then you have these plastic pieces where you have like 3 layers on your foot. So it's kind of a complex lacing system. I don't know if the fit is going to be as good as I would like as far as the support and everything, but I'm still dialing it in. But the fit, as far as being wide foot friendly, where you have a wide toe box or wide midfoot, lots of room here. If you have a girthy foot or if you have a high instep, this is a shoe that really surprised me as a wide footer that you can go out, get, and enjoy. I remember I had to do a 13 on the shoe this reminds me most of, and that's the LeBron 10s, and I actually did a 13 and it's a 14 in some of those shoes. Being able to go true to size on a size 12, the only shoes I was able to do that for LeBron in the last recent years, I shouldn't even say recent, would be like the LeBron 6, the LeBron 14, and LeBron 16, and now the LeBron 19. So throughout those years, generally I do have to do a 12.5 or 13. This I was able to do a 12, and it was a lot of fun. We'll have a full review and comparison coming out shortly with this, so you guys stay tuned. So that was my top 5. I do want to give 2 caveats that are not in my wide foot friendly shoes, but shoes I love playing with. They fit me so well, but I did have to go up half a size, and that's going to be the GT cut. Again, if you could find it, because it has that really malleable kind of net-like upper, especially in the midfoot. 12.5 in this fits amazing. I was able to try a 12 in store, and if you have a wide toe box, this little plastic shank here, I think you really do need to go up that half size, but the fit was just 1-to-1, unbelievable. A shoe I don't have on me here just because it is in the car is going to be your Zion 1. Those are officially going on sale. The cushion on that is top 5 of the year, and that in a 12.5, again half size up, fits me almost perfect. Like, it was shrink wrapped on my foot. Really enjoyed that one, guys. These are not my top 5 as far as those few extra pairs that are on there, but they are ones that I really did enjoy. If you like that video, please give it a thumbs up. I know a lot of my subscribers, a lot of my fans around the world have been waiting for this video, so Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to anyone who's watching this. Obviously, I do try to do these every year, and I don't think I've had one for 2 years. Obviously, the pandemic in 2020, that was a little bit tougher, but we will have part 2 of the most cushioned running shoes coming out very soon, as well as a comparison for the LeBron series. So guys, stay tuned. Really appreciate your support on this channel. Really appreciate being able to help you guys whenever you do submit questions, and I do my best. I know it's been a little bit crazy, so I haven't gotten back to you. If I haven't responded to your comments, I will be shortly, and just wanted to say again, thank you guys. This is Levi with Sneaker Years, and I'll come at you later.